All right, good morning everyone. Welcome to day 3 of Mobile Learning Masterclass. I'm glad to see so many of you guys were joining early already. Hopefully it means you're very excited. It's going to be a very busy day again. And as we mentioned yesterday, we even have a competition for those that have stuck with us for the 3 days. So before we continue, I'm just going to hand over to Dr. Chetty, who's going to do the welcoming for us. And then we're going to drive straight into our program. Over to you, Dr. Chetty.
Thank you so much, David, and a very good morning to all our students joining us today and the facilitators as well. It's day 3. I mean, when we look back, nobody would have thought that we would have had 3 days of mobile learning masterclass. But now that we're concluding towards day 3, it really is an exciting journey for us to see how we can optimize the mobile devices for us, specifically in the teaching and learning environment. And I'm sure over the past 2 days that you learned a lot of different apps, different features. It's not just about learning the features, it's about applying the knowledge that you learned. And I'm hoping that as you learn and discover these new abilities that you have and the competencies to work with the very device that you have in your hands, that you start thinking about how you can bring this into teaching and learning space more strategically for you as you prepare for the examinations, as well as you prepare going forward into your second year, third year, etc., as well as post qualification as well. So we really wish you all the best for today. And I'm hoping to hear some good insights of your application as well. And let me hand over to the colleagues. Thank you so much, David.
Thank you, Denzel. And once more, welcome, guys. We are going to be tackling quite a bit today, so let's get on with it. I know time is running out. Exams are around the corner. So I can imagine you guys just want to get busy. So guys, yes, today's day 3. This is what we will be covering. We're just going to quickly briefly go through the summary of day 1 and 2, what we've gone through, which I'm going to do now. Then we're going to jump straight into productivity apps. All right, and we've got our colleague from Microsoft, Banele, who's going to be coming to show us quite a number of the nice, exciting elements that we can actually tackle there. Then we're also going to look at Microsoft 365 app, which is also pretty cool, and hopefully you guys after today will start using it on your device. I see these little things jumping around a bit. So yes, and then we're going to look at the Microsoft 365. We're going to demonstrate how that works, how to log into it, which is very important. And then after the break, we are then also going to look at the different types of apps that are available, the ones that we're using right now, like Microsoft Teams. Some of the scanning apps that you might want to consider for your exams, for example. So yes, we're going to also dive into those as well. And then we're going to wrap up the rest of the day like we've done before. So guys, just to cover what we tackled over the last 2 days. Well, we've been actually very busy, and I'm super excited to see how many of you guys have actually completed a number of the activities on our course site. And I'll just remind you guys, we'll have a look at it again, just in case you're joining today for the first time, how to log into the Adolf Learning Management System, how to access the course, where all this material is sitting for you, including the recordings that we've actually got available as well. We looked at some basic mobile literacy, just some of those things that we all take for granted, but to make sure that we're all on the same page, like calling apps and things like that, messaging, so that everybody was on the same page. And we also jumped in and showed you the device care feature of a phone. Now, depending on the phone you've got, there were quite a number of different ways to look at things like the battery. How's it performing? Is it charging correctly? We looked at the storage space, you know, what is basically taking up all your space? Is it videos? Is it images? Then we also looked at the memory of your phone. How do we clear those apps out of the memory so that we've got more memory, which means our phone could work better, more efficiently? And then, of course, the last element under device care, we looked at the antivirus that are now pretty much built into most of our phones anyway, the malware protection. To make sure that there's no apps there causing issues with our phone. So those are very, very critical things that we did on day 1. Then we moved over to day 2, where we looked again at our mobile devices, but also how do we use it with UNISA as well. So there Richard actually showed you guys, for example, the My Exam site. Where do I get information about exams? How do I prepare for those exams? How do I test out my device for the exams that are coming up? And that was all covered in the My Exams course that we did show you. Then we also covered some of the key considerations of mobile learning. We also showed you guys a couple of adverts on, I think it was Incredible Connection, where you could look at a laptop, for example, just to understand that you do have access to a technology like a laptop, then you could use it as well. But obviously we also then discussed the importance of your smartphone, because really a smartphone is just a very small version of a laptop nowadays. The technologies are very, very similar. And then, of course, we did a lot of technical skills yesterday. So if you guys missed this section, I seriously recommend go to our course site right at the bottom. I will show you this in a few minutes. And please go through the recording for yesterday. We were tackling things like hotspotting, how to scan using a QR code, how to install an app, how to remove an app. Device care was also briefly covered. The recycle bin, how do I access it? How do I delete all those things from my recycle bin? Because remember, that takes up storage. So we dived into many, many different things there. Zooming in, zooming out, how to actually connect to hotspotting. We covered that as well. So really, really important technical skills that can really enable you to maximize your smartphone as much as possible. So that was quite cool stuff. And then, of course, we did the usual surveys. Speaking of surveys, I do see that we're almost on 100 pre-course surveys done. So if you haven't done it, if you have done it, not a problem. You're done, tick it off. Don't worry about it. If you have joined maybe today for the first time, or maybe yesterday you joined, but you didn't do this, very important. Please complete the pre-assessment for us, because that information is very important for us in terms of developing this type of materials and these courses further and enhancing it, so that next year when you guys come up and you see us advertising something, you know the quality that's going to come from us, because we know what you guys are looking for. So it's a win-win in that case. So guys, please do complete the pre-course assessment. I think when I checked this morning, we were on 99. So yes, we're almost on 100, and we're seeing that there's quite a number of you guys attending. So please complete it. Won't even take you too long. Hopefully you know how to scan your QR code. If you don't, it's not a problem. I will post this in the chat as well. So there it is. It's a short URL.at and 6RY capital letters and a G and a 9 over there. So yeah, so please do complete this as well. Today, as I said, if you've been with us from Wednesday, we didn't say anything Wednesday, but we did say yesterday that today is the day we've got some prizes that we're giving away. So we're going to be running a competition. When we hit our first break, we're going to have a couple of breaks in between the session just to give us a chance, just to grab that cup of coffee. We are having some prizes that we're giving away. So there is going to be a competition. And before we close today, you will know if you are one of the winners. So we're going to announce the winners at the end of today's session. So do stick with us all the way through. You might just be one of those lucky people. Speaking of which, you might have received, I'm just going to quickly stop this presentation. I'm just going to jump to my emails. Oh, bugger, then I went and closed it. Okay, so you might have received an email, right, from the Adov website. So hopefully you guys have joined it. I just want to quickly open this one. It is for the Game On with HB Gaming Garage Hackathon. Guys, if this is the type of thing you're interested in, right, please go have a look at this information. We've emailed you. I think it came through this morning or late last night. Just go check your emails from us. I see Richard is the one that sent it, but go have a look at this very, very interesting hackathon that's coming up. There is a deadline, unfortunately, but we are going to have a meeting on Monday the 14th. So yes, this is going to be very interesting. If you're interested, please go read this email. You would have received it. And then it'll explain exactly what's going to happen, how's it all working, the dates, the times, all sorts of things like that. But yes, go have a look at this, guys. I think you are, if you're interested in this, it's about gaming. I mean, there's a lot of you guys playing games out there. It's really, really going to be fun stuff. So please go check your My Life emails. And yes, just go and see what this is about. If it tickles your fancy, please do register and see how the whole process will unfold. So guys, this is very, very interesting stuff that we're doing. So it's always good to check your My Life emails, eh? Otherwise you might have missed out on something really, really cool. So let me just close Outlook because I don't need it anymore. All right, I just want to check, has Benele joined us yet? Benele, my dear sir, are you here? I'm not seeing you so far. Right, yes, there you are. Great stuff. Okay, I'm just going to make you a presenter quickly. If you've got any questions, just use the chat. Please post in the chat. If you've got any sound problems, let me just quickly put the YouTube link as well. Just for those guys who maybe are struggling with sound, because I know sometimes Teams can be a little bit finicky. So let me just post this in there as well for you guys. Okay, it's the same link that we're using, guys. So let me just see if I can maybe join you in there. Okay. See, this is what I was saying about Teams. Sometimes it can be a little bit hungry on data. So there we go. All right, I've just tried to join you in, so hopefully that will solve the problem. But there we go. All right, cool. Maybe just as I'm talking about that, let me quickly, sorry, Richard's not here today, guys. So you'll see that I'm doing a lot of the things on my own, pretty much. So yes, just bear with me, please. Richard is actually having his birthday today, so he's definitely not going to be here. He's going to hopefully be having a fun time over there. And good morning, Benele. How are you doing, dear sir?
Morning, David. Doing good. Happy that it's a Friday. Looking forward to the weekend as well. So I'm in good spirits. And yourself?
Yeah, all good. Yes, it's definitely a Friday. It's going to be a very busy day for me, weekend. But I'm looking forward to this session. I think we're going to have so fun. So guys, let's get on with it. I know we've got a lot to share with you, and I know time is of the essence. So let's quickly continue with the slides, and then we're going to jump right in. So guys, just to cover up quickly, what did we do? We've tackled Unit 1, we've tackled Unit 2. Now we're looking at Unit 3, the productivity tools and apps that we're going to use. Okay, I just want to remind everybody, if you haven't joined or you maybe haven't done this yet, this is very important. You need to log into the Adobe portal, right? So if you go to the Adobe site, you'll see this beautiful banner, and this is the Mobile Learning Masterclass. If you click on it, it'll take you directly to the course itself. So that's quite important because all the information, the recordings, it's saved there. So you definitely would want to make sure you've got access to it. So the course looks something like this. So the first time you click on it, it's going to want you to log in. So please just log in with your My Life details. Yeah, that's probably the easiest way to do it. And then you just click continue. So again, it'll pop up exactly like you'd experience with MyUnisa. Same concept, same system actually. Type in your full My Life email address. Notice it's your student number at mylife.unisa.ac.za. There's no .coms or all sorts of funny things that students love to type in there. It's not going to work. It can only be in this format. Hey? Your student number at mylife.unisa.ac.za. Type in your password, and then hopefully you get your OTP or your authentication app will pop in so that you can access the website. That's why it's important to have it there. Then please make sure you do your introduce yourself activity. Well, pretty much please do all the activities because we really want you to engage and learn from this course to really enhance how you're doing. And you're most welcome to let us know, how did this course actually help you? There is an evaluation that we'll cover later on. How did this course help you? Did this training add value to your studies? Really want to know some feedback from you guys because I think it's really cool what we're doing here. So let me just quickly zoom in on the course progress. Okay, because I know a lot of you guys, I'm just going to close the stream section. Okay, so you go to Adobe's website, right? Like I showed you, just scroll down a little bit and there you will see it. There's the beautiful banner. You just simply click on it and then the course will open. In my case, I'm already logged in, so it will remember me. And that's the important part, guys. Remember, like what Richard shared yesterday, if you weren't here, let me just repeat. As you complete all the little elements inside the course, all right, in your course menu, you'll notice there's a green little circle that appears. That means you've completed that section or that activity or whatever that may be. Okay, because there's lots of different things. So make sure as you work through it that you see this green little tick. If there's no green tick, that means there's something you've missed. So please go back. For example, the learning unit here, You got to read through it all, and then you can say next page. So keep an eye on these ones, right? And you'll see all the information. There's the graphic I shared with you. Awesome, there it is, next page. And then you can read through about why we're doing this, how we're doing this, and how do you benefit. So there's a lot of useful information in here just to make you understand this is where you're at and how much time do you need. I know exams are right here, but I think if you've been working over the last 2 days and a bit, I think most of this you might have already done. So we say it's about 600 minutes, 10 hours. That's our estimation. And of course, there we do speak about the add-off site. And then we just carry on with the assessment, the one right at the end that you have to complete. And then you also give you the steps, guys. So that's also important. So if you want to show somebody or you just want to understand the steps better, we actually do give it to you. Or you can simply refer someone and say, hey, this is a course I'm doing, here are the steps. You can actually just follow me quick and I can get you onto this activity. And then there's the introduce yourself activity. Right, and then you can see I've actually completed it and then it goes green. So that's how it works, guys. Let's quickly have a look. Introduction activity. I see there are many introductions in here. Even today, I see students are actually posting. Very nice. Thank you, guys. There we go. So in Engage, you can reply to other people. Hey, you can even say, hi, I'm also staying in the same place. One of my neighbors, Zenin, just around the corner. Nice. I'm in Polokwane at the minute, so yep, so there we go. So you guys can see that you guys are seriously busy. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying this exercises and everything that we've put together for you. Okay, so there's unit 1, there's the outcomes, and you say next page. I just want to show you that it does indeed go green. Okay, that was a quick one. Okay, now it should go green. Give it a few seconds. I know if the website's very busy. Okay, I see it hasn't gone green yet. Oh, of course, I'm a developer as well. Yeah, that would make sense, David. I need to be a student. Okay, that's only for me. Because yes, I'm part of the development team, so it won't really pick it up unless I test it. There we go, as a student. Okay, so perfect. That's exactly what I want to see. So just make sure they got green circles all the way down. Now, speaking of which, there are the recordings. Okay, guys, as promised, I even put the presentation up. I must just upload the other one. Sorry, I just made some editing on it to make it look a little bit better. But there we go. There is day 1 and there is day 2's recordings as well. So hopefully you guys, if you did miss it, there it is. You guys can be able to go through it. So far, so good. I hope you guys are following me. So let's get into it, guys. We've got some cool stuff to show you today. Okay, so lesson 3, we're looking at productivity tools and apps. Some of them you're already using, all right, but we just want to really go in and show you that these are the possibilities that are available as a UNISA student. You've got Microsoft 365. How do we access it? You can access it through the web browser, or you can actually access it through your app that you can download. If you haven't got it, today's the day you might want to download it. So really what we want to do is we want to look at the apps that we can access. A lot of these are open source, which means they're free available, like your Google platform, it's all free stuff. And then we've also got the Microsoft side of things. Because you're a student, you're getting a license, you've got access to this. Like, for example, Microsoft OneNote. How many of you guys are actually using OneNote out there? Maybe in the chat, just say yes or no. Are you using Microsoft OneNote? And I know Benella is going to be showing you this little tool and seeing how you can actually use it. Such a nice way to actually make notes and assignments and shopping lists. And it really is very useful, very helpful. And I know Richard uses it a lot. He actually showed me yesterday. So it's definitely a tool that you can use. So hopefully, Benella, if you can see for me, are the students saying yes, they're using OneNote or no in the chat?
1 second, let me check.
All right, cool.
We'll be getting a lot of no's, so definitely something worth covering today.
Awesome. Great. That's in our plan, guys. We're actually going to show you OneNote. So Benella, you're going to show them how to access it. And I can also show them from my side how to access it via maybe the web browser, so we can cover both elements. But yes, so OneNote, guys, definitely something you want to use or maybe explore a bit. The communication tools, I know you guys are using WhatsApp. And most of you guys said yesterday WhatsApp and the day before. You use a lot of WhatsApp. I think it's a very common tool. And of course, today we're using Microsoft Teams, guys. That's how we're interacting with you, presenting, chatting with you. So it's really cool that, yes, we're really using that. Then we can also explore some of the other types of courses out there, or sort of platforms where you can get very good information, free information, like Khan Academy is a nice one, and Coursera. Some of them you unfortunately do pay for, but some of them are actually quite free. So GCF Learn Free, for example, that's actually quite nice, where you can learn different technologies as well. Then we're going to also look at OneDrive. Guys, if you're still using the old USB of yours, unfortunately, his days are numbered. Rather use OneDrive, and we're going to show you how the OneDrive works and actually how this can help you with your studies. Because now you can put all your information in one place and you simply can access it from wherever you are. So that's really a powerful tool that we can use. And then, of course, we'll see how they all integrate with other programs, as we're going to show you today as well. So the productivity apps, guys, we've got them, but let's go and explore them so that you guys can see, how do I create documents or presentations? How do I actually use this for my studies going forward? Because maybe you're doing it the old-fashioned way of writing down your answers. Hopefully today you can learn to do it a different way. Okay, before we get to the first practical, there is a course that's available on our Adobe site. It's called Microsoft Basic Skills in Microsoft 365 for Digital Learners. So if you haven't engaged this course, please do. It's really going to teach you a lot about Microsoft 365 apps, the apps you've already got access to, right? But it's actually more than that. This course was developed over the last couple of years. And we also go into digital citizenship. Remember what we said yesterday and the day before about digital citizenship? I think we covered it on Wednesday. What you post in social media stays for life. So you always got to think twice before you post anything. And as we explained, there are people out there that want to actually know more about you, because they might see you driving a Mercedes-Benz and now they see that you're posting all these things and your kid is going to whatever school. Kidnappings is happening, guys, because people are using social media to track you. So you've got to be so careful what you post. Digital citizenship, guys, is a very, very important knowledge that you must have going forward, especially with the world we're in. So we cover it in depth in this course as well. So if you want to learn more about this, the do's and the don'ts, please go join this course. It is on the Adobe platform. You'll just have to scroll down and find it. But the name of the course is S2400 Basic Skills. Okay, and then we do cover the productivity apps like OneNote and Edge, the browser. What can you do with this browser? And of course, there are some advanced features in this course as well. They're totally free. That's the nice thing with Adobe. Everything we do, it's free for anybody and everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a student or not. Although, because you're a student, you kind of got a license here. These are things you would like to learn. All right, so let's quickly have a look before we delve into productivity apps. Which productivity apps are you guys currently using? There's a QR code, so hopefully you can scan it, or you can simply click on the short URL.at0, that's a 0, Z capital ZZXE. So you can just type that in your web browser and you'll see unit number 3. So click on it and then see the question, which productivity apps are you using? We really want to know what are you currently using, and after today, I'd love to know if you're actually going to use the ones that we are showing you. I think that would be really, really cool. So yes, guys, let's have a look. Okay. All right, yeah, no problem. I see today we are very thin on the ground. Colleagues are all over the show doing all sorts of events. So productivity apps, guys, just scan the QR code or type in the short URL. And then let us know what productivity apps you guys are using. I will then need to check. As I said, Richard's not here today. Okay, so hopefully you guys have done it. I think just to make it easier for you guys, let me post this in the chat so that you guys can quickly be able to access it that way. Okay, 365. I see in the chat some of you guys have posted there as well. Okay, there I did post it for you. All right, let's quickly go have a look. Not this one. Okay, let me, oh, now this thing is just happens to be in the road. Okay, and up, it's not there. Okay, let me just open it again. I'm just going to post in the short URL as well. Okay, unit number 3. So I think it was this question here. So let me quickly just log in. So I just need to type in my password, guys. I don't want you to see all that information. And I can quickly have a look and see what you guys are saying. Okay, let's have a look. Which productivity apps are you guys using? This is quite interesting, Vanilla. I'm going to share my screen again. Okay, so I see a lot of you guys, we gave you a little list here of Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Google's Workspace, and LibreOffice. I see nobody's using LibreOffice. That's interesting. Okay, well, because it's mostly free stuff and mostly people don't even probably know about it. But definitely Microsoft Word, yes, no. If you're doing studies at UNISA, that's kind of a default. You have to know how Microsoft Word works, 100%. Do you guys know how to do all those nifty things in Microsoft Word? Page numbering, right? Different types of formats of page numbering. In other words, it starts with Roman numerals and then it goes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you know how to do those type of things? Well, that's what I said to you. So it looks like Microsoft Word is definitely something you need to know. And yes, these two also, Excel and PowerPoint, you're going to kind of need to use them, guys. These are good skills to have. All right, so let me just show you something while we're talking about the add-on courses. Let me scroll down because there are 2 courses that you definitely need if you want to know more about Microsoft Word. If it's your first time, we do have a beginner's course as well. There's the presentation one, guys, about PowerPoint. There's the advanced skills for Microsoft Word. So yeah, we really teach you about everything you need to know for dissertation purposes. Very good skills to know because you guys as students are going to need to know these things anyway. And there's the basics as well. So guys, these courses are sitting here. The information is there, the steps, the videos, everything is there. It's just a matter of you spending some time and working through them. So please do go and explore these as well. It'll definitely be for your benefit. All right, so thank you guys. I see a lot of you guys are doing Microsoft Word. So those courses I just showed you, 100% free. Please do go and engage them because I think you will learn something, if not a lot of things from there. Okay, so before we have the break time, I'm now going to zip over to Banele. And so Banele, you're going to then maybe show the students some of the productivity apps that you can show on your side. And then after you, I'm going to come back and then I'm going to show them some of the web-based activities or apps that they can actually access. Are you ready on your side?
Yes, I am ready.
All right, go for it.
Okay, 1 second. Let me just share my screen. And let me start off by saying good morning to everyone that's on the call. Hope everyone's doing good. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is the productivity applications that I use on a daily basis. And you'll see that when it comes to grouping, it's possible to group applications inside a specific folder so that you are able to find all of those applications at a glance. So let me just share my screen and pull up my smartphone. And judging from the poll as well, I can see that most of us are using Microsoft Word quite a lot. And yeah, that's the go-to application when it comes to productivity. That's how I started. So just give me a second. Let me just pull this up quickly.
Okay, while we wait for Benele to pull it up. Okay, it's not yet sharing, Benele. Yes, there we go. It's coming up. I see Benele, we've got a student asking us if we get a chance, can we please show them how to do a screenshot on a laptop and be able to paste that into, let's say, a Word document. So that's something I'm just making a note, but yes, we'll definitely show you guys that as well. Over to you.
Thank you. Okay, so when it comes to your smartphone, I mean, this is your environment, right? And the goal is to make sure that you customize it based on your preferences, what you prefer. Now you will see what I've done here, right? As you can see, I've got video apps, I've got finances, I've got socials, I've got Microsoft, I've got utilities, and I also have a untitled folder, which I should probably change. So I've gone ahead and listed all of my applications based on the function or the use that they do. So when it comes to productivity, some people are working in the social media space. So probably your productivity applications could be somewhere around the socials, because maybe this is what you do, right? So depending on the type of work, you can then group the applications that you use on a daily basis. So what I want to show you here is the productivity applications that I tend to gravitate towards, and you will see why I use them on a daily basis. The first one here is To-Do, and To-Do is a powerful tool that allows you to take to-do items or actions that you want to complete. So you basically create a list of items. Maybe it is things that you know, could be a grocery list, or it could be items that you want to research in the near future. So all of these applications I'm showing here, they are available on the different app stores. So I'm going to go ahead and open To-Do, and inside To-Do, you will see that there are items here in terms of, let me just start here. I can create items that I need to get to on a daily basis. And right on the bottom right, there is a plus button. So when I click plus, I can start adding my tasks or items that I need to do or execute on for the day. So here, I can then say give a presentation, and then I'll commit that. So as you can see, it is now a task. And the next time I come back to To-Do, I can always come back here and I'll be able to see that particular task, that it's something that I need to do and action for that particular day. Now, I've once heard that when it comes to our human memory, basically the mind is designed to calculate or to do complex things, but not necessarily to remember some of the low-level stuff. So if you can offload the items that you need to do, let's say on a To-Do app like this, then you can always come back and see the items that you need to do. So once you have completed that particular item, you can then tap on this little circle just to make sure that the item has been completed, and there will be a strike through that is available right here. So this is To-Do, and it's a powerful task tracking application. And then there's also Microsoft 365, which we'll cover a bit later. And this here basically it puts together all of the applications like Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and then you'll see here that I do have, where's Word here? You'll see that I do have the actual Word application. I have PowerPoint, I have Excel, but if you get that app, basically all of those applications are inside this one application. And I'll show you that just a little bit later on. Okay. And then the next one, which is my personal favorite, is Microsoft Teams, because this is a communication app, and I'm hoping that you guys are using it to get in touch with other students, to access your class recordings. So it's quite a powerful application, and it is available on your smartphone as well. And then the next one that I use quite a lot is the Authenticator app. And this has to do with two-factor authentication. Now, interestingly enough, I have it open right here, but because it is based on security, it's not allowing me to show all of the items that are available right here. So I think, yeah, that's interesting, David, because I'm looking at it right now, but in terms of sharing it, it's not sharing. So I'll go ahead and close this one here. But yeah, that's the Authenticator app. And then also a little bit later on, sorry about that. A little bit later on, we're going to cover Copilot, which is the generative AI tool that you can use for studying purposes. And I'll give you an example of how you can do that, okay? And then there's also Microsoft OneNote, and this is the note-taking application that's super, super powerful. It supports a whole lot of features. For example, I can just show you one here quickly, where I can quickly create a note, okay? And inside this note, you'll see right at the top, I do have my inking options. And because the smartphone that I use does support a pen, I can go ahead and start inking on my display. And all of this is captured in one place. And let's just say you're using multiple devices. You can always come back and pick up on another device because all of these things have been saved to the cloud. So you do have the ability of creating notes. You can choose the thickness of the pen, the color, and you can use either your finger or you can use a pen if your device supports a pen. And you can also insert shapes, right? You can also insert shapes, you can move them around. So similar to how you would use this in Microsoft Word or PowerPoint, you can also do this inside Microsoft OneNote. So it's quite a powerful tool, and you can always take notes, and I'll give you an example just a bit later on that shows you how you can use this for studying purposes. Okay, awesome. So this is Microsoft OneNote. And what's also great about OneNote is that it also ties in with, let me show you quickly here, it also ties in with sticky notes, okay? So I'm gonna grab sticky notes here, I'll open it, okay? And let's see. Okay. So sticky notes. So sticky notes is an application inside Windows that allows you to take notes and stick these digital notes on your screen. So I could, for example, make a note right here, okay? And I can also insert an image if I want to. So I think I have an image in my clipboard. Let me see. Yep, I do. Okay. We'll have to do it the long way around. But then you can insert images, you can insert notes and all of that, right? So this is sticky notes, but what's great about sticky notes is that on my smartphone on the left-hand side, as you can see, I made this note on my PC, but it is also syncing on my smartphone, as you can see right here. And that's the notes that I'm writing. So on my smartphone, I can continue this and say, make a note right here. And this is from my smartphone. This is from my smartphone, just like that. Okay. Now, sticky notes is quite powerful, of course. I'm going to show you something else here, but I just need to pull this off to the right-hand side. And then, but I'm opening Microsoft Outlook, okay? Because sticky notes is also available inside Microsoft Outlook. So that's your emailing application. Okay, so this is what I'll do. I'll pull this in screen. So I'm logged onto the same account. And then obviously you've got your inbox, you've got your junk email, drafts, sent items, and then just below that, you'll see notes as well. So the very same notes, just waiting for this to sync. So the very same notes, as you can see, the very same notes that you would create
inside your sticky notes, inside Windows, or on your smartphone, they too are available inside Microsoft Outlook. So you can make yourself notes that can span across the different applications. So without confusing you guys, we are still talking about Microsoft OneNote, okay? And inside Microsoft OneNote, there is your notes section, right? And then you'll see right here at the top, excuse me, to clear my throat. You'll see right here at the top, this is where you can see the different notebooks, right? So I've got my 2023 UNISA notebook as well as other things right here. Okay, these are all the notebooks, which I'll show you a bit later. But with OneNote, you do have your sticky notes inside of it. And whatever changes you make right here, they will be, you will be able to see them on the other end, just like that. Okay, so this is OneNote, which is also has your sticky notes inside of it. So when you download OneNote, you have sticky notes, and then on your Windows PC, sticky notes is already downloaded by default. All you need to do is to hit start and then type in sticky notes, and then you should be able to see it right there. Okay. And what's great about sticky notes is you can stick them on your desktop as a form of a reminder, right? And you can add multiple of them, and you can also color code them based on your preferences. So if anything that is urgent is yellow, then you know that these are the to-do items that you need to get to on as soon as you have time. So you can create as much notes as possible, and they will stick to your desktop. And as mentioned, you can color code them based on your preferences. Okay, so this is sticky notes, which is also available inside the OneNote application. Okay. So I'll go back here and I'll come to my Microsoft folder. The other one is Microsoft OneDrive. And just like I demonstrated with sticky notes, the same is true with OneDrive, that it is available across the different applications. So what I mean by that is you can find OneDrive inside Teams right there, okay? You can find OneDrive inside the Microsoft 365 application, and you can also find OneDrive. You can also make use of it inside the application itself or other applications as well. So a quick example is that with OneDrive, as I'd shown you the other day, let me just open it here. I've got, see the amount of storage that I have here. I've got almost 900 gigabytes that I've used up inside my OneDrive. And then right here at the bottom, I've got my files, documents that I've shared with someone else, and so on. And then these are the pictures that are stored onto my OneDrive. Okay, so I'll give you a quick demo of OneDrive on your smartphone a bit later on. But what I wanted to show you with regards to these applications is that they work together cohesively, okay? Meaning, sorry guys, my screen is glitching. Sorry about that. Meaning that if I were to open the Microsoft 365 app, you will see on the bottom left, OneDrive is also available there, okay? If I were to open my email application, which is the one on the bottom left here, OneDrive is also available from that application as well. So all things storage, it is Microsoft OneDrive. And then the Holy Grail, just before I hand back to you, David, I want to show something inside Microsoft Edge. And I think this will be a big time saver for most people. So I've got the browser right here, and I'll go ahead and click it to open it. So by default, it will take me through to the home screen, as you can see. So say, for example, I want to send something from my PC to my phone, or from my phone to the PC, or I just want to save it so that I can reference it later. Okay, so there's multiple ways to do this, but I'll show you how you can use Microsoft Edge to do that. So I've got Edge here opened, and I'll open up Microsoft Edge on the PC, okay? And I'll move this to the left-hand side. Why can't I click it? Okay, so I've got both browsers, and the one that's on the left-hand side, that's the phone browser. Okay, so let me pull this in view. Okay, so the trick to this is to make sure that you are signed in with the same account, okay? And the reason I'm saying that, as you can see on my smartphone, that's my profile picture right there, okay? And that's also my profile picture for Microsoft Edge on the PC. So basically, I am signed in using the same account, okay? Now, you will see that on the Microsoft Edge browser on the PC on the far left-hand side, there is a feature called Microsoft Edge Drop. So Drop is a feature that allows you to send files to your different devices, just as long as you're connected using the same account, okay? And what I can then do is I can come here, and then you'll see that there are a couple of documents that I've sent to myself in the past, and I want to be able to access this on my phone. So let's imagine I want to grab that image that I downloaded a bit earlier, okay? And this image, oops, let me do this. I will then click, hold, and drag it down here. Okay, so I'm adding this file and I'm sending it. And I'm sending it to myself. So the image has been sent. And then when I come to my smartphone on the left-hand side, when I click on the three dots here, when I click on the three dots, what do you know? I also have Drop, which is also available right here. So when I go ahead and tap on it, it will then show me that same image that I had sent to myself on the PC. It's now available on the smartphone. Okay, so you can send yourself anything. So for example, this could be a note. This could be a, what do you call this? A link. So earlier I'd sent myself some payment confirmation because I wanted to send it via my phone. So I had to send it vice versa, right? So you can always use this feature inside Microsoft Edge that will allow you to send documents back and forth. And this is also using OneDrive in the background, but it's a cool feature that if you want to send something, you can open whatever you want, click, hold, send it, and then it will appear on your other devices, just like that. It's quick and it's painless to send information around. Okay, so hopefully you make use of this feature, which should allow you to be at least more productive. And rather than emailing yourself back and forth, this should be a handy way of doing it. Okay, so as a quick recap, this is Microsoft Drop that allows you to send yourself any form of document or file or links or notes. You can do that right here using this feature right here. Okay, so this is Microsoft Edge, and there's quite a lot in terms of browsing history that you will be able to sync, because I'll show you a bit later on when I do the M365 that when you create a bookmark inside the your inside the desktop version of Edge, it will be available on your smartphone as well as browsing history and all of that. Okay, so I'll show you this a bit later on. And then I think, David, the last one in terms of the productivity applications, let's see what's available here. Okay, so I've covered Microsoft Edge, and obviously there is the emailing application right here. Okay, so this is where you get to send emails, receive emails, respond to them. And I would say these are my top picks with regards to productivity applications. Now, what you can do also is you can create a folder called Microsoft, okay? And then you can also create another folder, say, for example, this one here, Untitled. I can create a folder and I'll call this folder UNISA, right? Okay, that's my UNISA application or folder. And as you can see, it's now been renamed to UNISA right there. So I can add all of my UNISA applications inside this folder so that it's easy for me to get to it. So I know that whenever I am in my zone, I can always jump between the two folders, which will allow me to find whatever it is that I'm looking for. And then just the last one, because there's just so much, David. The last one I want to show here is, this is mostly a smartphone feature, right? That allows you to be productive. So for example, I'm going to open up the browser here, and I'm going to open up Microsoft Word, okay? And I want to be able to work where I'm collaborating between the two applications. So what I can do is that I can split those two applications side by side, and then as and when I'm working on the application, I can always reference the information inside the browser. So what I'm going to do with this Samsung is that I'm going to swipe from the bottom up, and when I swipe up, I swipe and hold, okay, up until I reach the screen. And then once I've reached here, you will see that, whoops, right here at the top, when I tap on the icon, it gives me the option to say open in split view. Okay, let me do that one more time. So I'm going to swipe from the bottom up and hold up until I reach this multitasking view. Okay, inside this multitasking view, there is the logo of the application. So I'll go ahead and tap on it, and then I'm looking for the option to open in split view. Okay, once I do that, it will open up Word at the top, and then at the bottom, it will show me all of the applications that are open that I can reference. So I'll go ahead and choose Microsoft Edge. And as you can see, right now I've got two applications running side by side. And right here at the top, I can always type whatever whatever I am referencing at the bottom, like politics. Okay. And I can always come back right here. I can copy some text. I can come back to my Word document, and I can paste this particular text right here, just like that. Okay, so this is one way you can make use of your smartphone to be productive, and it's something I use quite a lot when working in a split view. And you can also resize it based on your preferences. So if you want to see more of the Edge browser, you can absolutely do that. Okay, if you want to see more of Microsoft Word, you can absolutely do that as well. So it's just so much, but yeah, looking forward to jumping into the Microsoft 365 app and showing you what's available from there. And I'm sure we're going to spend a little bit more time inside Microsoft Word because that's the application that most people use with regards to that. So I'm going to pause here, David. If there's anything else, please let me know. And then maybe because I'm still here with regards to the copying and screen grabbing of the PC, maybe I can demo that quickly.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Yep. Okay, so when it comes to screen grabbing on your Windows machine, actually it's built in. I tend to use keyboard shortcuts, but let me show you the application that does all of that. So inside Microsoft Windows, all you would need to do is to come to the Start menu, okay? When you click on the Start menu, what you're looking for is an application called Snip. Now, depending on whether you're using Windows 10, Windows 11, the name may change a little bit, but we're looking for an application called Snip or Snipping Tool. So either it's Snipping Tool or Snip, right? So when you click on Snipping Tool, it will open up the following window right here. And this is in Windows 11, it's quite advanced because you can also screen grab a video, okay, where you can record a video. But right here on the top, you've got an option of choosing a new screen grab. But before that, you need to decide, do you want to record a video or do you want to capture an image? As you can see, so this one is video, this one is an image, okay? And then for an image, you need to decide, do you want to grab a rectangle? Do you want to grab the entire window, as you can see? Or do you want to grab the full screen? Because I'm using two screens right now. Or do you want to go free form? So you need to choose one, but the typical one would be the rectangle, which will dim the screen a little bit. So when I click on new, it allows me to select the section that I want right there, okay? So that's the screen grab that I took, okay? And what's nice about Windows 11 is that it gives you features that allow you to edit that particular image, okay? So let me just take a step back. Inside Windows 11, when you come to the Start menu, you will see that you have your search, and then all you need to type is snipping tool. Okay, inside snipping tool, decide if you want to screen grab an image or you want to take a video. And you will then choose the snipping mode, all right? So freeform, I also like freeform because freeform allows you to be precise with the type of snipping that you're looking for. So here, I'm just going to try and grab this this section right here, okay? And just like that, I was able to snip it, okay? So the application that you're looking for is snipping tool. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Thanks, David, and back to you.
All right, there we have it, guys. I love some of the comments that are coming through in the chat. Just remember, guys, yes, the recordings are all available on the course site. I have posted in the chat, so when you go to our course site, you'll just scroll down on the left-hand menu, and you will actually see day 1, day 2, and then today I'll load up day 3's recording so that you guys can go back and see all the things that we've been showing you, like what Benelius just showed you. Tip of the iceberg stuff. There is so much cool stuff out there that we're going to be tackling. So guys, as I did mention, we are going to have a quick 5-minute break to give you guys a chance just to stretch your legs. I don't know if it's possible to have a cup of coffee in 5 minutes. Maybe it's like totally instant one. And then we're going to be back. So we'll be back at exactly 2 minutes past 10. Just stay with us. For those guys that have been with us, we've got some cool goodies up for prizes. So we are going to be giving away 3 prizes today. So yes, stay tuned. Hopefully you remember everything we taught you over the last 2 days, because there is going to be a quiz that you're going to need to complete. And then the top 3 winners will get a prize. If there is a tie, we'll make a plan to get a 4th prize in there if need be. So yeah, there we go, guys. So let's have a quick few minutes break and then we will be back shortly. All right, there we go. 3 minutes past, so time up. Sorry, guys, we have to continue. A lot more to show you. So let's continue quickly. I just want to share something with you as well, because we were showing you how to use the snip tool, which is really cool. I think that's from Windows 10, 11. It's been part of it now. Then I also went online and I checked, where is that page now gone? Oh, wait, maybe wrong browser. Let me try this browser. Oh, yes, there we go. On Credible Connections, I actually just got to a laptop and I zoomed in. So on your keyboard, so if you've got a laptop as such, then you should see a button like this, print screen. And that's basically another way to do some copying or taking a screen grab of your full screen if that's what you need. So that's the little guy there that sometimes you might want to try it out. But the snipping tool really honestly works beautifully. It's actually one of my favorite tools to use. Okay, I see they want to open other stuff now. Okay, cool. Let's continue, guys. Just a quick one. Now that you've seen how OneNote works, right? Are you guys going to use OneNote for your studies? Are you going to explore it? So please scan the QR code or type in the short URL. Let us know if you are now, after what Bonetta showed you, right? Are you going to consider using OneNote for your studies from today? Are you going to explore it, see what it's about, see how it can work for you? A lot of these tools that we are showing you guys are very much, if you take a bit of time, you can really see the power of these tools. So please let us know with the OneNote, how do you find it? Is it something worthwhile exploring? So quickly type it in and let's quickly have a look at the poll side of things. Let me quickly jump. So yep, here we go. Let's see. Okay, that's the Word one. That's not the one I want. Let me go back. Okay, OneNote. So I see most of you guys are saying yes, you're going to actually give it a try. Some of you say, nah, I don't want to do that. Maybe you've got something else. That's why. Okay, so that's pretty cool, guys. So I see the yeses are quite a number of them. It's definitely worthwhile exploring OneNote. I've seen other colleagues what they use it for, and it's actually super impressive. So yeah, maybe give it a try and then we'll see about it. Okay, before we jump into Microsoft 365, I'm just going to talk to you some about cloud computing, because all of these things that we're showing you today is really about cloud computing. And you'll notice people always talk about it, but do we really understand what is cloud computing? Cloud computing, guys, in simple English means you're accessing your resources, but those resources are based all over the world. That's really what it is all about. So when we talk about, and you'll hear people love to throw in these terminologies like infrastructure as a service, IaaS, right? They love to use this terminology. So that basically just means like what UNISA does. We use the internet, we connect to servers that actually helps us with our storage, our networking, and we actually rent this from example's sake from Microsoft or Adapt IT. Which allows it to be very scalable and flexible, theoretically anyway. So when things work well, we can expand. If a lot of students come on to my UNISA, the service should be giving more resources to that service. And you guys on the front side, you wouldn't even realize that this is how the data is actually being shared on these servers that we don't even own. Okay, so we've got a legal agreement with the provider. Then you've got platform as a service. Okay, so that's the typical things where we like build My UNISA, for example, and the My Exams platform, where we build, deploy, and then you guys can. The application is a very good example of a platform as a service. So we build that platform on the utility that's given to us, and they host it and they do all the management thereof, which makes it easier for us then to actually not have all these costs and expenses. A lot about cloud service, guys, is about saving lots of money, to be honest. So that's quite also interesting. And then, of course, the last option you've got is called software as a service, SaaS. Okay, that basically means you have subscription like Microsoft 365 that we guys are getting as students. So wherever you've got internet, you can access that service and you get what you're basically paying for. In your case, as a student, you're getting it for free, which is even more cool. So you can use these services. I know Gmail, yep, there it is. Gmail is like one of the most obvious ones. A lot of people use it. But if you're a student and you got Microsoft 365, I think Benelli is going to blow you away in the next few minutes when he shows you all the stuff that you can do with this app on your smartphone. It's incredible, very impressive. So yes, we are going to have a look at it. What are the benefits of cloud computing, guys? The most obvious one is accessible. Wherever you've got data and a device, you can connect to your files, to your work, wherever you are, all over the world. So it's really, really tying you in to everything, what you need, where you need it, where you are. So it is definitely cost effective. It's a lot cheaper because now, as I explained to you, UNISA doesn't have to buy all this hardware and stuff that we have to maintain. We simply just lease it out from the providers, and then, yep, we use their hardware. You can collaborate, lots of different ways to share information. Basically, our course, guys, it's sitting in the cloud. That's how you guys are using the discussion forums to post and reply to each other. That's a classic example of collaboration that we can do. But you can even share Word documents and PowerPoint documents where you can all work on the same document at the same time, which is really, really fun. And you can actually do that with Microsoft 365 very ready. Security and backup, that's the nice thing. Security, guys, it's always a tricky one because we always say, how do people hack whoever or whatever service? Remember, your password is actually the weakest link in the whole security setup. In other words, if you are married or you're dating someone today, right, and you're sharing each other's passwords, tomorrow you get divorced or you break up, and this is life, it happens. Now the person's ticked off with you, and now they go delete all your stuff and send rude emails and stuff because they had your password. So guys, please don't share your password with anybody. Okay, even though luckily now we've got MFA, so there should be some level of protection, but please don't share your password with anyone. I always tell students with training, it's between you and God, and that's it. Don't share it with anybody. Yes, unfortunately, not even you're married. Luckily, my wife can't hear me. So yes, no, we can't share passwords with her neither. So yeah, keep it secret and safe. Backups, a nice thing with online backups is done for you. Antivirus done for you. All those things done for you. You just then need to manage your password. So that's really cool. So we've got some core apps. We already showed you some of them, like Microsoft Word. So with Microsoft 365, you've got Excel, PowerPoint. Outlook is my life, guys. Outlook, PowerPoint, same thing. Outlook at least. And of course, Teams is what we're using today. So these are quite important as well. So have you guys, I just want to quickly ask you before we show you, because after Benelli shows you, you're going to be so wow, you're all going to say yes. But have you ever used Microsoft 365 mobile app before? That's the question I want to quickly check with you guys. So please scan the QR code or type in the short URL. I use the same one. Let us know. Have you used the Microsoft 365 mobile app? It's got like a purple color. It looks really cute. Purple and blue. The white background. If you have used it before, have you used it before? That's really what we're asking before now that we're going to show you how powerful it is. So let's quickly have a look at those answers. Let's see what this guys are saying. Let me quickly find it. Not that one. This one. Right, let's see. How many of you guys? Wow, 85% of you guys. Oh no, that's for OneNote. Never mind. I'm on the wrong question. That helps, David. Where's the question gone now? That's OneNote, apps. Oh no, here it is. Okay, cool. Okay, I see we've already got answers coming in. If I can just get there. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I clicked probably on the wrong button. That's why it flew up. Okay, so have you used it before? We got 64% of you guys saying yes, you have. Oh, that's awesome. But 38% of you guys saying no, you haven't. So hopefully after today, 100% you're all going to be using this app. And you're going to see why in a few seconds. So Benele, I'm going to hand over to you now for the Microsoft side of things, the 365. So please go ahead and show the students pretty much everything. I know the scanning element is quite cool, but if there's other scanning options out there, please also show them that too. So I'm going to hand over to you, Benele.
Thank you so much, David. Currently sharing my screen. Let me know if you can see it.
Yes, nice and clear. Perfect.
Thank you so much. Okay, guys, so what's in front of you? is still my smartphone, and on the right-hand side, these are the items that we're going to cover in the next 50 minutes. Okay, so let's just imagine, I mean, everyone's a student, right? And you're at a bus stop, or you are waiting, queue, you're at the airport, but you've got time on your hands. And the device that's, best is the one that you have on with you at that point in time. And then remember, there's also the conversation around convenience, because if you've tried using a laptop inside a plane, for example, depending on the size of the laptop, it might be a little bit too cumbersome, right? But the best device when you are mobile is your smartphone. So let's just imagine this is the scenario, and you are waiting at a bus stop or waiting for something, and you pull out your smartphone, right? So typically your work or your school work would be in the following fashion, where you are going to open up your email, right? Because chances are they would have sent you something, or the My Life app, the UNISA app, and this is where you'll find information and so on. But I'm just going to cover what's available from the M365 app, as well as the ecosystem around it. Okay, so you're waiting at the bus stop, you pull out your phone, you've got good battery life, you've got good connectivity, so all is well. So you can always come to your emails right here at the bottom, right? And you can see that I've got about 99 plus emails, right? As you can see right here. And I'm just going to switch to my normal account, okay, where I get my Uber Eats and all of that information. Okay, so this is where you will come in. You can see all of your emails. You can always come in and check your calendar right here at the bottom, okay? And your calendar will show you what you have, the classes, or anything that you are yet to do for that particular day. So the calendar is quite important, because this will allow you to sync with your Microsoft Teams. So what you see here is the same items that you will see inside Microsoft Teams as well. Okay, and then just next to calendar, you will see that there is feed. Now, feed allows you to see all things at a glance, okay? Meaning that whatever assignments or documents that you've worked on, and you've shared a document with someone else, you'll be able to see it right here. And then you have the option of adding additional applications. Remember, I did mention that applications like OneDrive and Copilot can exist in other applications. You can always come here to Files right here. Okay, right here. And you should be able to open up all things OneDrive. So before I continue, I'm just going to make my mouse pointer a tad bigger, so that you guys are able to follow through. And maybe I'll change the color to bright orange, so that you guys are able to follow like that. Okay, so as you can see, I've got files, I've got contacts, and so on. So when I click on files, guess what? It opens up all of my OneDrive accounts that I have linked. So I've got one that is personal, got this one here, I've got another one that is quite a lot of them right here, as well as my onboard device storage. Okay, so with Microsoft Outlook, yes, you can send and receive emails, right? But you can also check your calendar to see if you've got any classes upcoming. You can see your feed, which gives you all things at a glance right there, all of the documents that you've been working on, as well as other applications that are tied to it. And you can also add more applications if you want to, like that. Okay, so this is your M365 emails, and you should be able to see it right there at a glance. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, because I've already created my folder called Microsoft, I'll come here and then I'll tap on the Microsoft 365 app. So this will then open up the application. And first thing I will see when opening the application is a view. Actually, it's this view right here. Okay. And what's great about the application is that it will show you a little bit of the demonstrations or small demos, if I may say. Like it'll show you here that you can outline to PowerPoint. You can use a template to make an Excel spreadsheet. So there's quite a lot that can be done here. And you'll see that it allows you the ability to look at the different demos that are listed right here. Okay, so remember earlier I said that when it comes to this particular application, it is basically putting together Microsoft Word, okay? And although you can download the individual applications, but it is encompassing Microsoft Word, it's encompassing Microsoft Excel, as you can see right there, and it is also encompassing PowerPoint, like that. It's also encompassing PowerPoint. So all of these three applications are baked into this particular application right here, which is the Microsoft 365 app. Okay, so rather than going to the store and downloading the individual applications, my advice would be go ahead and download Microsoft 365 Office like that. Because when you've downloaded it, you've got Word, you've got PowerPoint, and you've got Excel. But not only these three, you also have additional tools that you can use for everyday teaching and learning. Okay. The other one that's here is the Designer application. And the Designer application allows you to generate images for your schoolwork. Okay, but I'll demo this when we do a demo assignment and so on. And then as I demoed, I think the first day, you can also convert Microsoft Word documents into a PDF, okay? So these are your starting tools right here. So we've got Word, got PowerPoint, we've got Excel, you've got Designer that allows you to create images, and then you've got PDF tools right here, okay? Now, right here at the bottom, this is your navigation. This is where you will find or navigate between the different tools that are available. So this one that is called Create, that's the one that we use to create something. Where if we want to start something new, this is where we come to Create, and it is highlighted. And you will see that if we were to go to OneDrive, it will show me all of my files, documents inside Microsoft OneDrive. And if I want to search for them by folder, I can absolutely do that right here. Okay, so OneDrive is baked in, and you should be able to find your documents, but not just OneDrive. You'll see on the right-hand side, it says My Phone. So when I click My Phone, this will now access the File Explorer within My Phone, and I should be able to pick up all of the images that I would have taken, stuff that I would have downloaded, the internal storage. So this is a combination of two things. It is OneDrive in the cloud, right? As well as My Phone. So I always have access to my documents at a glance. So that is OneDrive right there. And for most of the exercises that we're going to do today, you will see that they are sitting inside OneDrive in order for us to achieve the following examples that I'll show you today. And we're going to do a fun exercise inside Microsoft Excel, and you will basically see the power of collaboration in real time that allows you to co-author on a document, meaning that I and you can go inside a document and we can start typing together in real time and so on. And because of time, there's so much features inside OneDrive that I won't be able to cover, but one that is also important is the version history, meaning that if you are working on an assignment and something happens, right, where you accidentally delete it, right, that was not the intention, but you accidentally delete it, you can always go back to a previous version of that document and you'll be able to pick up where you left off, okay? and also the ability for you to work across devices. And the only thing is that you just need to be signed in with the same MyLife account. That's it. Okay. And then my other personal favorite navigation section is the capture section. And as mentioned, it will show you all of the demos, what's possible, what you can do, right? You can translate pages, you can share ideas in a video recording. There's just so much. So we'll cover all of these four. And then as we had started, there's also create, right? Which allows you to do all of these things right here. And then you can also bring in other applications from the Microsoft ecosystem. So as you can see, Copilot, I've already downloaded it. It's there. I've got Microsoft Teams. I've got Outlook. I've got Defender. I did not install List. I don't use that much. I've got Edge, Power Automate, Skype, Bing, OneNote, OneDrive, and the Family Safety app. That one I did not install. So these are all the applications inside the ecosystem. Now, the question is, does this cost you anything? Absolutely not. Okay. All you need to do is go to the store, download it, and sign in with MyLife. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with creating. Okay. So you want to create a Word document, you want to insert images, and you want to export it as a PDF or save it as a PDF so that we can attach it in an email. So let's go back to our previous example. I'm at the bus stop, okay, and I've got my phone, and this is what I need to do right here. So I just need to type in a quick paragraph of why AI is the future, and I need to attach an image, okay, and inside that Word document, I need to save it as a PDF, and then maybe I'll email it to David. That's the exercise that I want to accomplish right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've got the application already open and I'm inside Create already. Okay, so I'll go ahead and choose the Microsoft Word right there. Okay, it brings me to this screen and you can see that I can start off by capturing a photo. Okay, so let's just say in my surroundings, right? I want to capture a photo. So if I were to tap on it, it brings up the camera and I can always grab an image of whatever it is that I want to grab right there. So I can take a picture of my actual surroundings and put it inside Microsoft Word, which is super awesome. The next one is importing a photo. So if I choose that, it will give me my images, right? So this past Sunday, I was at Gold Reef City. I can add an image right there, and then I can crop the image, as you can see. Okay, whatever I want, I can crop it, and then I can insert that image inside my document. Okay, so just like that, and then when I click finish, it should be able to insert it inside my document. Okay, but I'll discard this. And then I can use the dictate feature, which hopefully this time it should work, because when I tested it the other day, excuse me, it refused.
Oh boy. Just when he was going to show us the dictate, then it bounced him out. Okay, just let's give him 2 seconds because I see he went on hold. You might have probably received a phone call, guys. Sorry, he is with us. He's from Microsoft, but sometimes if they have a crisis, they kind of call him in. So we'll just give Banele a few seconds on my side. Let me see if I can also get my phone started up. So I can maybe just show you some things while we wait. But I'm judging, guys, what you're seeing. I'm thinking this is quite interesting. I'm hoping that you guys are thinking like, wow, okay, this app does have quite a lot of useful features. Yep, okay, there we go, Banele. I see you've come back.
Yes, sorry about that.
No problem. You can carry on.
So it looks like when I use the feature to be able to speak and express myself using my voice, for some reason it went on pause, on hold. But as you can see, as I'm talking, I'm able to demonstrate all of these functions because I choose to express myself using my voice. Okay, so I'll go ahead and stop the dictation. Okay, and you'll see that there are features down here at the bottom where, for example, you might say, look, I like this, but it looks like it's, one large paragraph. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and hit the enter button, and let's try this again. Apologies, for some reason when I switch it on, it just goes on.
Maybe it's fighting with MS Teams.
Yes.
Over the microphone. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, so you are able to do all of that. And whilst you are talking, you can click or tap here and add a new line. You can add a full stop. You can add a comma or question mark. So all of these features are available. Okay. So you've gone ahead and typed whatever it is that you want. You can use your keyboard or as I demonstrated, I think it was yesterday, you can connect a mouse and a keyboard and you should be able to type here. But remember, we're at the bus stop, so the only thing we have is our smartphone. Now, say, for example, I need to add an image right here. So what I can do is similar to Word on your PC or on the browser, you do have rich formatting options, which is this section right here. Okay, so I'll go ahead and click on this little arrow, which will give me all of the functions or the ribbon section that I have, and I can go ahead and create bullet points. I can indent. I can create paragraph formatting styles. I can find on the document and all of that. And then under Home, because these are my tabs, when I tap here, it gives me the same tabs that you would typically see inside Microsoft Word. So you've got Home, Insert, Draw, Layout, Review, and View. So these are the same ones that if you were to open a Word document, let's do it right here quickly. These are the ones that you would see at the top right here. Okay, so the same knowledge that you have when using Word, you will see that it has been sort of migrated onto the smartphone. So you've got Home, Insert, Layout, References, Review, View, and so on. So on the smartphone, we've got the same options right here. So if I want to insert a picture, I can go ahead and tap on Insert, and it'll show me all things that I can insert. I can go ahead and add a blank page. I can scan a document, okay? But I'll show you this a little bit later on. I can add a table, right? Just like that, I can add a table. I can then say item 1, okay? I can tap on the second cell. I can say item 2 and item 3. Okay. This is all on my smartphone, so I can insert tables as well. So I'll go back here, click on Home, and then click on Insert again. I can add pictures, I can add shapes if I want to, right? So if I want to add a shape, I can do that. Let's choose one here, and I'll go ahead and choose that shape right there. Okay, I can scale it, as you can see. I can do all of that. So you come back here, then I want to insert an image, for example. So I'll come to Insert and I'll click on Pictures and I'll choose Photos and I'll take one from my Gold Reef City visit. And then I'll add that picture, click on Finish, and just like that, the image has been added, and I can also resize it and move it around. Although I'm working on a small screen, it does give me the ability to position the items just the way that I want. Now, I think it was 2 days ago where David was showing you the pinch and zoom. I'm using both my fingers to pinch and zoom inside the document. And if I want to see what the document looks like, I can pinch and zoom out all the way. And this is what it looks like. Okay, so I can come back here and then insert a new page. Or insert and then insert a blank page. As you can see right there, that is page 1 right at the top, and that is page 2 at the bottom right here. So there's quite a lot that can be done, and my advice is that the course recommendations that David had showcased in terms of using Word, you will find that in terms of features, most of them are listed right here. So if you want to add a footnote, for example, an equation, or even page numbering, you can absolutely do that. So where do we want to place the numbers? Do we want to place the numbers on the top left, center, top, on the top right, or right here in the center, but at the bottom? Okay, we can absolutely do that. And as you can see, we can also add a header, we can add a footer. There's just so much that we can do. And I'll go ahead and edit the header, and I'll type in my assignment here. Okay, my assignment. Okay, just like that. And this should then appear on all pages right here, right there at the top. Okay, so I'm scrolling down, I'm scrolling up, sorry. I've got my assignment right there, as you can see, and I'm scrolling down, I've got my assignment right there. So in terms of what's possible with Microsoft Word, you can do quite a lot. Now, the one thing I will say is that when you do play around with the application, the goal is for you to explore, see what this does. When I tap here, what happens, right? So that's the goal, so that you are able to become productive on the go, okay? So that is Microsoft Word, so I'll go in and close this document. Now, if I were to then go back to the very same document, sorry guys, I did not save it or give it a name. I'll just tap right there at the top, and I'll say, I'll call this UNISA document. And it's on a Friday. Sorry, my naming is not that good. So that's the name of the document. And I did this whilst on the bus. And then when I get home, I open up my laptop, right? And inside my laptop, I go to my OneDrive. And inside OneDrive, under Files, I'll then type in UNISA document. Okay, and as you can see, that very same document is now, because it's sitting in OneDrive, I can then continue where I picked off, okay? And if I were to add changes, excuse me, just clear my voice. Okay, thank you about that. So I can then continue what I had started right here, and I can then finish it on my desktop. And from here, either I can choose to export the document as a PDF, as you can see right there, okay? Or I can just continue and type whatever I want. And yeah, this is how I can continue working with the same document that I had started on my smartphone, okay? So as you can see, it says UNISA document. And if I were to make changes on my phone, I'll put this side by side here. You will see that the changes will be added in real time. So on the PC, under item 1, I'm going to type in the color blue, okay? You will see that on my smartphone, color blue will be typed in as well, okay? And then on my smartphone, if I type in the color orange, that the changes are basically reflecting in real time. You should see the name orange appear here. There we go, okay? So the changes are happening in real time. So that's the power of working in the cloud, okay? So the next thing I want us to do now is, because we've saved the document, let me minimize this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save it as a PDF now, okay? So I go back to the home page, and then I tap on the PDF icon. So now that I'm in the PDF, I don't want to capture a photo. I don't want to import a photo, but I want to import a document. Okay, so I'll go ahead and tap on that one there, and then I will tap this file that we're working on called UNISA Document Friday. So that's the one that I want. And as you can see, it's converting to a PDF and it's saving it inside my OneDrive. So now I can then say upload to cloud because this is what I want. And as you can see, it is uploading, or I can choose to save it inside my my phone, as you can see right there. So UNISA Document Friday.pdf, I can choose my device and I can save it on my device. And then when I come back to my Outlook, I can then tap on my email application. I can type new email. And then when I come to my attachment icon right there, when I tap on it, I can choose from files and I'll go ahead and choose files right there. Okay, it's connecting to OneDrive. And I should be able to locate the same document and be able to send it off. That's if that's how they wanted me to submit it, or I can then open up Microsoft Edge. Sorry, guys, it's taking forever to load. I can open up Microsoft Edge, go to my UNISA. I can then go to UNISA, and then I can upload my assignment the way that they had asked me to do it. So this is how you can do it using the Microsoft app. Now, let's go back to the app because I've demoed a few scenarios with regards to how you can achieve certain workloads that were nearly impossible in the past. So I'll go ahead and open the app again, and then we'll go back here. There we go. Now, remember, we were inside Create, right? And the last thing, sorry, I didn't show you how to create an image because funny enough, the image that's on the left-hand side was created using Designer, okay? So Designer allows you to think of something and then create it. So maybe you want to create an image about, or you're doing studies about environmental, environmental studies. So you can create any image that you can think of. All you need to do is to be able to prompt it, and you should be able to do that. Now, inside Designer, they're showing me a couple of examples. So what I'll do is navigate to the bottom right. I'll tap on the plus button, and I can, oops, sorry. Let's do that again. Okay. And then I can then add my description right here. So this is the description that I need to add. So help me create an image of environmental safety concerns about factories that are near residential establishments. Okay, so that's the prompt. And then in terms of the size, I'm looking for an image that is a square, nope, portrait, nope, maybe landscape. So I'll choose landscape, and then I'll go ahead and tap create. Now, using artificial intelligence, it's going to go ahead and create an image about factories that are near residential areas that basically depicts the whole safety issue, right? So it's going ahead and creating that image. Let's just give it a second. As you can see, it has gone ahead and created that, where I think I like the second one better, where it shows factories that are emitting fumes, dangerous fumes, and then there's also the residential area right here. Now, in terms of prompting, I could have said a realistic image, right? So let's try that. The image must be as realistic as possible, and the setting is in my hometown, in Soweto. Okay. I'll go ahead and generate that. So this is the idea when it comes to using Copilot, because you are able to generate text, you're able to generate images, and you can query that those responses right there. Okay, so let's just give it a second for it to create the image. And as you can see, we've got that whole Soweto environment right there. And this is the dangers of having factories that are close to the neighborhood. I think I prefer that one. So I can always save this image. And after I've saved this image, I can always use this inside my document that I would have created. So this is how you can make use of Designer. Sorry, guys. Okay, this is how you can make use of Designer. Okay, now the next one I want to show you is with regards to the capture feature. And I remember I used to spend a whole lot of money where to scan a page back then was 5 rands, guys, 5 rands. And yeah, this just, yeah, brings tears to my eyes, because if we had this back then, things would have been much easier. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the capture section. And inside the capture section, there's 4 things that we can do. We can scan images, documents, sorry. We can extract text. This is my, the biggest feature that I really enjoy. So I'm going to start with extract, meaning rather than looking at a book and having to retype that text and so on, you can just point your camera and that text will be lifted. So I've got a document in front of me. I'll go ahead and choose extract, and I'll just hover on this section right here. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and snap the photo. As you can see, it uses AI again, but it recognizes, right? It recognizes that this is text. And what I can do now is I can copy this text right here, okay? And copy that text, and I can go back to a Word document, or this time around, let's choose a PowerPoint, okay? Choose a blank presentation, and inside our presentation, we can then add some text right here. So I'll tap hold and I'll paste that information. So as you can see, this information was info that I had grabbed from, let me just make the text smaller. So that's too small. Okay, so this is something that I'd grabbed from this invoice, and just like that, it was able to recognize the text and lift it up from the screen. So that's the power of using your camera coupled with artificial intelligence. Okay, so I'll go back to the home page and I will go back to capture right here. All right, so that is extract, meaning you are able to take text from wherever you point your camera. And you can use this for multiple scenarios. Like if, let's say, there's a billboard, right? Maybe I'll try and pull up the billboard here. If there's a billboard or you see something that you want to capture numbers for, you can absolutely do that. So billboard with numbers, hopefully I can get one here. There we go. Okay, so you see this maybe on the street somewhere. Okay, and you just come to extract and you point your, just make this a tad. There we go. And then you snap the photo, and just like that, it's able to pick up that text. You can copy it and paste it wherever you want. So that is the power of extract, and quite a powerful feature in my opinion. And then the other one is to scan. So here we're scanning a PDF, right, or a photo. So I'm going to go ahead and navigate my camera right on top. Now you will see that towards the edges right here where I'm pointing, right, towards these edges, you can see that there are these markers, right? So this tells the software or the tool that I'm using that when snapping an image, this is where it's going to crop it from. But once I've taken it, I do have the ability of cropping it even further the way that I want it, okay? And then I can click on review. You'll see that it scans it properly. And then once I click, before I click finish, I do have the ability of adding another image. So this will then be a 2-page PDF that I'm scanning right here. Okay, so I'll go ahead and snap that one again. Okay, and I'll review it. Okay, I'm happy with it, and then I'll click finish. Now it's asking me to name it right here. Okay, it's asking me to name it. I can then say invoice. Okay, do I want to save it as an image or as a PDF? I want to save it as a PDF, that's fine. And where do I want to save it? So do I want to save it onto OneDrive so that I can access it almost everywhere? Or do I want to save it on my my phone? So I'll go ahead and choose OneDrive, and it's saved onto the folder called scans, right? So I can then say save here. Okay, so that document has been saved. So this is how you can scan a document. All right. Now, remember earlier I was dictating and it was writing on the screen on the document. I can do that, but also capture a voice note in the process. Okay, so I'll tap on dictate. And when I tap the microphone, hopefully it does not put me on hold. And it is recording the audio at the same time. And hopefully you guys can see this, but what's happening is that it's recording audio and it's also transcribing what I'm saying at the same time. So this is a cool feature that allows you to maybe have a meeting, a short meeting, and it's recording the audio as well as transcribing in real time. So I'll go ahead and pause this. I'll go ahead and click finish. And when I come back to captures, you will see right here at the top, it says my captures. So all things that I would have captured, like the document, everything should be listed right here. Okay, so I'm looking for, let's see. I'm not sure if I did save this. Let's try this one more time. So this is a quick example of how the audio capturing works, as well as transcribing the text. There we go. So that's the one right there, capture. Okay. So when I tap on, whoops, that's not the right one. Okay, there we go. So it took time. Sorry, it took time, but there we go. So when I tap on capture, which is also inside OneDrive, as you can see, it's going to open up that transcription right there. And I do have the play button. Okay, so sorry that you can't hear it, but then as and when it's reading it out, it is also highlighting the section that I'm reading. So it's quite a powerful feature when it comes to capturing. Then the other one is with regards to video, right? So with video, I can always change my camera right there, and I can always, in fact, what's nice about this video is that you do have the ability to create a teleprompter of some sort. So let's just say I'm creating a video and I need to, instead of me reading on the side, like right here, okay, what I can do is I can add text onto the screen, and then when I read, I'm looking at the camera, right? So it's this icon right here, this one here, okay? So I'll go ahead and tap on this icon, and as you can see, it's like a teleprompter. It says, this is a demo, I can update from content and so on. So I'll come back here and I'll edit, oops. I'll edit the script. So it says this is a demo. Okay. Hopefully, well, let me use the microphone here. Sorry, guys, I'm getting calls. Apologies about that. And as you can see, now that I'm typing this, okay. Okay, so I'm using the captioning feature, and someone says that they type really fast, and that's really good. But some of us are not that good. We express ourselves much more fluently using our voices. So I will leave it here, and this is the script that I'll be using when typing and expressing myself. Okay, so I'll leave it at that. I'll go ahead and click next. Now this is the script, right? And as you can see, I'm looking at the camera, but when I hit the record button, the words won't show, right? So I'm done editing the script, and I'll go ahead and choose this section here to record it. So I'll go ahead and tap on that. Okay, so I'm using the captioning feature, and someone says that they type really fast. Okay, so I need to adjust the speed, but this is how you can make use of this. And then when you hit stop, you can come back here. All right, so just preparing the video, I can always save this on my phone. How many of us have tried to create a video in camera, right? And we mess up our words and we start over again. You can use this as a captioning feature, right? So we're adding a little bit of fun to this, and you can always do that. So I will not save this. Okay, so this is the record. So we've covered scanning, where you can scan an entire document. You can extract words off a PDF, sorry, off a piece of paper, or wherever there's words or text, you can record a video, and you can also dictate, right? And then you've got OneDrive, which basically pulls everything together. So all of the work, the presentations, your assignments, everything gets saved inside OneDrive. And when you come to create, you can always create images that you want. You can start a Word document, PowerPoint, and Excel, and so on. So I did say we're gonna try a quick exercise. So what I'll do here is, I'm still on my smartphone. I'll go ahead and choose create blank document. And what I want you guys to do, we'll just take the next 2 to 3 minutes. But what I want you guys to do is to go ahead and say, what is your favorite feature inside the M365 app? So you can type in any cell, okay, in any cell, as you can see. So for me, I love the teleprompting feature, right? So it will be the teleprompter or the record. Okay, just like that. Okay, now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to send this in the chat. Okay, so I'm going to share it as a OneDrive link, and I'll make sure that it's open or anyone can edit it. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and say continue, and I'll go ahead and paste this guy in the chat. So I'll come here, and then 1 second, I'll type it in the chat here. So guys, go ahead and tap on this link. You should be able to open it without requiring you to sign in. Okay, so I'll open up my Excel, and I should start seeing people typing in there. At the same time, I'll also open up the mobile one, all right? So this is book 4. And I'm looking for Excel so that I can make it big on the screen. As you can see, people are now joining, right? I can see different colors. People are saying this is awesome. As you can see, the colors are coming in. So I just wanted to open it on the PC so that it becomes nice and big. As you can see, that's the one right there. And I'll maximize this one so that everyone can see. So this is awesome. And these are the responses that are coming through. And right here at the top, it's telling me that there are 17 people on the document, and we can collaborate in real time. So I'm getting comments like love, all, and yep, guys, don't type a paragraph, okay? Don't type a paragraph. But this is the power of collaboration, right? But at the end of the day, I'm in charge, okay? Because let me show you why I say I'm in charge. Under share, remember that I said this is open, okay, that anyone can edit. I can always come back and restrict access. Because here it says anyone can edit. I'll then come here and say, you know what, only specific people can edit, or people can only view but not make any edits, or I can set an expiration date, okay? So I'm in charge of whatever it is that I want to send out and so on, okay? And I can also do this on my smartphone as well. So I will thank everyone for participating in this exercise, but I'm going to go ahead and close it. So yeah, okay. Okay, so let's go back to our desktop right here. Okay, so I'm still on my mobile device, all right. So we've covered the Microsoft apps that are available, which is these ones right here. And there's quite more, there's more of them. And then we spend some time using the capture feature to scan documents, to scan text off a page and so on. And then OneDrive is that central place that you get to store everything, because if I were to come to my Teams right here, you will see that there's also OneDrive baked into it as well, okay, under files, as you can see right there. So it's a very integral tool that allows you to collaborate in real time with other people, to pick up where you left off, because you can start typing on your phone and then pick up on your PC or vice versa. So OneDrive is very integral. And you can also have OneDrive on your PC. Let me show you quickly. When I open the File Explorer, you can see that I've got OneDrive right there. I've got my University of SA, UNISA. I've got my work OneDrive, and I've got my personal OneDrive right there. Okay, so it's also embedded inside the File Explorer. So everything is inside OneDrive. And then the last thing I'll show you about OneNote, I see that we're over time. I'll just spend 5 minutes with regards to OneNote, is that I'm going to go ahead and open the application, but I want you to think of OneNote in the following fashion, right? Where you've got think of it as a file, like an Arch lever file. And inside this Arch lever file, you have different sections inside that, okay? So, so I want to open up my, okay, there we go. So I'm going to go back to my home screen here and just looking for my pen. Okay, I'll demo this using this software right here. Okay, so you've got your Arch lever file, and inside your file, you've got your different folders, or let's call these your Arch lever files right there, just like that. Okay, so this does look like a file, and you've got your, okay, and you've got plenty of these files inside a cabinet, right? So this is how I want you to think of OneNote. Now you've got your cabinet, and inside your cabinet, you've got your Arch-Lever files. Now, one of these belongs to, let's say, mathematics. The other one belongs to statistics. The other one belongs to, maybe let's say, literature and so on. So these are all your subjects, right? These are all your subjects. Now, when we extract the following file, where you take one of these files, okay, let's change the color so it's visible. There you go. When you take one of these files and you unpack them, you will see that you've got different folders. So this is me unpacking the file, and inside this file, I've got different tabs. Okay, I'll use green here. Okay, and then inside these files, you've got your different tabs, and let's do that quickly. So this will then be section 1. Where you can think of it as a divider, basically. So you've got section 1, section 2, as well as section 3. And then in each section, you can have as much pages as possible that you want. Okay, so you can have text right here. Okay, so this is dummy text, all right? So you can have text inside all of these sections. So we have OneNote, or your filing cabinet, and then inside your filing cabinet, you've got your different files, all right? You grab whatever file you want, you open it, you've got different sections, and then inside those sections, you've got these, what I would call pages, okay? So when sorting out your schoolwork and you're making notes, you can divide them based on the subject. So you can have your different subjects inside the subject. Like for example, mathematics, you can have section 1, which deals with geometry. Section 2 deals with trigonometry. And then inside those sections, you've got different pages that talk to that. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open up OneNote just to illustrate the points that I've shown you right here in terms of being able to sort out your schoolwork. Okay, so I've got OneNote. Okay, think of this as your filing cabinet where you've got different books. As you can see, these are all the books right here. Okay, and inside this book, I'll then go ahead and grab, let's say, this one here, okay? And I can always come back and choose whichever one I want. Now, inside this file, I've got different sections, as you can see, module 1, module 5, and so on and so on. And what's great is that inside each section, it is color-coded, so you know where you are, okay? So under course orientation, I've got pages on the right-hand side that belong to this section, okay? Under course introduction, there's only one page. Under module 1, as you can see, I've got different or quite a number of pages that are available right here, as you can see. So I've gone ahead and sorted it according to the pages. Under module 2, I did the same thing, okay? As you can see right there, all the way through to module 5. Now, inside module 1, when I click on a page, it displays that information right there. When I click on a different page, it shows the information that is related to that page. Now, inside a page, you can add whatever you want. You can add an audio file. You can also dictate. You can add pictures. You can add a spreadsheet. You can add attachments. You can add basically everything that you see on the screen right here. Okay, so now that we understand it, that we've got OneNote, which is your filing cabinet, I would say, and then inside OneNote, you've got your different files, and then inside a file, you've got your sections, and then 4 chapters, And then inside each section, we've got your different pages. Okay, so that is OneNote in a nutshell. And the same is true that even on your smartphone, when you open up Microsoft OneNote, you will see that it basically takes on similar characteristics. Okay, so my screen's not updating for some reason. There we go. Okay, so inside OneNote, you've got, remember, there's your sticky notes that we covered, right? These are the notes that you make, okay? But then you've got notebooks right there. So when I tap on notebooks, these are all the notebooks that I have right here, okay? So I can go ahead and click on, let's say, my UNISA one, and then I can find the different sections. Inside the sections, I can find different pages, and then inside the pages, I can find information. Okay, so I know there's a lot of questions, but my advice would be to take some time, go on YouTube, and then just try and see if you can find some videos that speak towards OneNote. It should be the same. So I'm just trying to open up the same OneNotes that I had so that you can see it right here. Okay, struggling to see it. Just want to show you the difference of what this looks like, but it's basically the same thing, right? It's basically the same thing. And yeah, so for example, with mathematics and you are creating notes, you are able to add images, okay? Because right now I'm inside a page, right? I can go through my notes, I can pinch and zoom the way I want to. I can go back and then go to the section about rounding off. I can go back here, this is algebra, but I can always go to my geometry and then see what's available there, trigonometry, and so on and so on. So this is OneNote on your smartphone, which gives you the same experience, but you should be able to pretty much capture the notes, view the notes, share the notes the same way we did with Excel, where people can collaborate and work together. And yeah, hopefully what I got to show you today is that you can do all of this whilst waiting at the bus stop or whilst in commute, all on your smartphone. But make sure that you charge your phone because I'm on 7% now. So I'll stop here, and I know there's a lot of questions. David, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. Back to you.
Thanks, Banele. That was awesome. Really, guys, this is what we were planning for you guys. I hope you realize that we've put a lot of time and effort to come up with this course, to engage with you guys, to really show you the stuff that's available out there. I must be honest, Banele, we could have actually done 3 days just with you, actually. I see one of the students is struggling to join, so let me see if I can quickly try and get her in. Let's just try my luck. So hopefully, Demakatsu, you can rejoin us. I'm going to try and dial you in, so hopefully you'll get through. So, okay, guys, yes, this has been like mega awesome. So I'm going to give you guys a 2-minute break, unfortunately, because we are pushing a bit of time. So until 13 past, the prizes, the competition's coming up very soon. So stick with us a few more minutes. We still got a couple of more things to show you guys. And then, yes, we are going to wrap up for the day. So just have a quick 2-minute leg stretch. I know we shared a lot. And then we will be back in, well, almost 60 seconds time. All right, guys. Yes, I know we're pushing a bit of time. Benelli, there's just one question I saw from the chat. The student was asking, where did you get the designer app from that you were showing?
Yep. So the designer app is available from the M365, Microsoft 365 application. So when they go to the navigation bar at the bottom and they click on create, there should be designer there.
Okay, super. All right, so it might just be on their license that they have. So if they don't see it, that means it may be a different license, because there are different licenses to what you can access with Microsoft 365, guys. So if you don't see that app, then most likely it's not part of the package, like Power BI, for example. Yes, Banana?
Yeah, so maybe we can just see if you have it. So if you open a new tab and just type in designer.microsoft.com, I just want to see if you will be able to be signed in with your Unisa account.
All right, let me quickly do that. Okay, I'm logged in here ready. So you said it was designer.microsoft.com, right?
Yes.
Have a look. Now, of course, with staff members, we do have a A5 license. So it looks like I do have access on my side. Yep, there we go. I just probably need to sign in. Okay, let me quickly sign in as me. Let's see what happens. Oh, it actually wants me to sign out first.
Makes sense.
Okay, cool. Now I'm not going to sign out because the competition's actually linked there. That means I'll have to sign back in again. Okay, but yeah, okay. There we go, guys. You can just go fiddle a bit and see if you got access to it, because in my case, it's kicking me out even. But there we go. But thanks, Benella. All right, so let's push on, guys. We're almost there. All right, so let's have a look quickly. Cloud integration. You guys saw OneDrive. You see how to actually you can connect all your different documents that you're saving in different platforms, different devices. Can all be saved in the same place. So it's kind of cool. One of the questions were asked is, should we have a personal one and our school one? Okay, school being university one. So yes, that's actually a very good idea. Rather do have a personal account that you can actually move all your information into. The reason being, guys, if you're not a registered student anymore, right, then automatically the system's going to downgrade you and you won't have access to the full package like you currently have now. So it's always good just to maybe move all those documents. But as long as you've got access, I know, Vanilla, it's for life, really. Students should be able to access the OneDrive, even if they're not registered anymore. So yeah, so that's true. So collaboration tools, guys, we showed you Microsoft Word, we showed you OneNote, a whole bunch of things. We shared Excel, you saw how that worked. I mean, that was really fun. You guys were able to join us. So it was actually good fun. Speaking of OneDrive, I just want to move this guy again. So yes, so the good thing is, guys, you can access it anywhere. Secure storage. Remember, you're the weakest link, as I explained before with the passwords. File recovery is available. There is a recycle bin actually part of your OneDrive. You can collaborate, what we've showed you. It's flexible. Okay, so there is a lot of good things about it. Of course, yes, you do need the internet. Well, with all cloud, you need the internet. So that one's straightforward. You do have limits. I see we are now limited to, give me a second. We are now limited to 100 gigs. So, oh, bugger. Let me try again. Yeah, looks like 3 days of talking is catching up. Yep. Potentially privacy concerns. Yes. Okay, don't share your password, that type of thing. A little bit of a learning curve, but I think we've showed you quite a bit already. Just takes a bit of practice. And of course, if you want those premium features like with anything, you're going to pay for it. So that's the one sort of thing that you just got to balance the pros and the cons. But you know what? The cons are not that bad if you think about it, guys, if you manage your data. Then we've got the mobile applications, all right, like your instant messages. We did cover that a bit on Monday as well. Your productivity apps, we've showed you quite a lot of that. We also showed you the built-in scanner. So guys, I know with the invigilating tool, proctoring tool, it has its own built-in scanner. So if you haven't used it before and you do need to use it, go check out the My Exams platform, go do the demo test, see how it works so that you can get seriously comfortable with it. If you need to use a scanner for any other reasons, like Banele was explaining, you don't have to pay for it anymore. Office, Microsoft 365 has an app in there, the scanning app that you simply can go use and upload and save as a PDF. You just need to go practice it. So that's kind of cool. And of course, the video conferencing, that's what we're doing now. So just to quickly cover this, we know communication, invigilating app, guys, there is a WhatsApp number. If you've got any problems, technical issues, you can simply use that. So yeah, just be aware of it. No calls, just messaging. There are Telegram groups that I think some of the lecturers are using, but be very careful for those ones that you don't know who's actually created it, because as I said, that's how they try to get your information. That's how they see which modules you're doing and things like that. Then we do have things like Slack and Discord. I know Discord and Slack for that matter. I know the gamers love it. I know my kids are forever doing videos with Discord and whatnot. So that one, whew, driving me up the wall, but yes. So Discord is also quite nice. You might want to explore it. And then of course you've got Microsoft Teams, which is what UNISA uses all the time, and most businesses use it as well. So definitely these are the communication tools that we use a lot at this institution. I hope you guys have seen the productivity apps. We did share with you the Word Basic and the Word Advanced that you can go do, and the Microsoft 365 course that's on our Adobe platform, 100% free. You guys can go work through it. Of course, you do have your cloud-based alternatives. Okay, you know, you've got your Google Workspaces and LibreOffice and all these other ones that you can also go and explore, guys. That's for your own business sake or for any reason, really. You can actually go explore these as well. Scanning apps. I already see you guys have posted in the under the polls. So I see a lot of students are using Adobe Scan and Cam Scanner. I think those are the two that are most common now. Although Microsoft Lens is pretty impressive. I've actually had a look at it. It looks pretty good, actually. So that's something you might want to just sort of play around with. But of course, just remember you do have Microsoft 365 Scan built into the app. So go play around with that one. It's definitely worthwhile. Probably could do everything that you need to do. Then, of course, you've got Genius Scan and WIF Scan and Google Drive that you can also scan to. So, but of course, this is really dependent on your device and what app you are comfortable with. If you don't have a scanner, guys, then I do suggest go have a look at the Microsoft 365 one. It really, really is so simple to use. I've been using it myself, and it's actually really, really cool stuff. So yeah, scanning apps, very important, as we did show you. OneNote was impressive. I hope you guys can really just see what you can do with OneNote, because there's actually so much information sitting there, how you can use it, text. Banele showed you guys a lot of stuff with OneNote. So please go and check out our OneNote. It's also part of the Microsoft 365 course on our Adobe site, and we do teach you how to use OneNote. So definitely go and explore it, guys. It's available on Windows, Mac, iOS, and Android. You see, it's integrated. It means you can use different devices to access the same files that you're working with. So that's really, really good stuff. And thanks again, Banele, for showing us the OneNote. All right, so as I promised you, there is a competition that we're running today. I'm glad to see Lindiwe, who's our judge, is available. So guys, we have got a quiz for you to complete. So please make sure you fill in your student number, your My Life, it's there, and of course your postal address, because how on earth are we going to send it to you if we don't know where you stay? But luckily we've got your details. So please make sure that information, the first 3 questions, it's not counting, but it's very important if you're a winner, because we do need to know where we're going to send these gifts next week too. All right, so what you can do is, if you know now how to use your QR code, you can quickly scan the QR code to access the test, or the quiz in this case. And then there is the short URL as well, which you can simply then just type it in, or let me copy and paste it. Let me make it easier for you guys. Give me a second. Let me copy and paste the short URL into the chat so that it just makes it fair for everybody. I think that would be fair. All All right, let me quickly paste it in there. So there we go, guys. I'm just going to post it twice just in case you miss it. Okay, so there is the link for the quiz. We are going to give you a few minutes to do it. Give everybody a chance. And while I'm doing that, I see we have Sway on Microsoft 365. Yeah, no, Sway is also pretty cool. You're going to have to go play around with it, though. It is actually kind of fun. That one's actually very nice for social media. If you want to build some sort of presentations, but in a social media way of doing it. So yeah, that's actually definitely worthwhile. And I'll also get to the other questions as well. Subscription fees, sorry, yes. Unfortunately, with certain apps, when you're not a student anymore, and there is a fee. But if you are a student, then most of this is free anyway for you. So that's kind of a catch there. So guys, yep, please go complete this quiz. Get yourself a chance to win. We've got 3 prizes available. But if there's a tie, we'll definitely ask Lindiwe to make a plan to make us a 4th or a 5th even. Let's hope there's not too many people tying for this one. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, guys. So we'll give you a few minutes while we wrap up, and then we will announce the winners as well. So guys, remember that everything we're sharing with you today, the recordings, the activities, the assessments, the discussion forums, it's actually very important that you go ahead and complete everything for the course as well. We are working on a program where all these types of activities like what you've done today you will be getting credit for it, not in terms of credits for your qualification, but credits in terms of you have completed or successfully completed this co-curriculum activity. So it will be recognized by the university. So guys, we are busy pushing on that project. So definitely it's worthwhile to complete 100% complete this course. And there's a HerTech series, and we've got an AI series that is also going to come up, where we're going to teach you about all the different AI tools that you can actually access already and understand how to use them. So that's still coming up. So do stay tuned with Adolf. And of course, please check your My Life email, because we did have the hackathon that we did present earlier. So just go check it out. It's going to be really interesting, guys. Take a chance. You might just be one of those winners, and you'll end up going to the Rage activity, fully paid for you as well, by the way. So yep, check it out. Check out your emails there, guys. You should have received it last night, and again, probably this morning again. So check it out. Also, the reflective journals, guys, please do complete those. For each learning unit, there's only 3 of them. Please go check out the reflective journals. Really go think about what you've learned today, what we've showed you. What else would you like to learn? Put it in there for us, because that's valuable information. This is the first course, so for next year we'll be building a new course on top of this course to even make it more awesome. And again, we'll be sharing this with you much earlier in the year than we did this year. So yes, we did take on those comments as well. Also, guys, just one thing, please. This is also very important, the post-assessment. You guys have completed, I see we've had over 100 people completing the pre-assessment for the course. Now that we're at the end of the course, please go complete the post-assessment for us. This is also very, very important. I'm just going to also share this in the chat for you so that we make sure that you guys all have an opportunity. So, oh, that would have helped if I'd said, not just post in the name. See, there we go, the typing skills there. Good skill to have. So there we go, post, please also complete that. It is in the course itself, so you can just complete it there as well. You don't have to rush about it or anything like that. But please make sure that you are doing this one for us as well. And of course, with that, there's also one more activity that's also built in, is the course evaluation itself, right? So this evaluation, we really want to know from you, as I'm saying, what are those things that you really enjoyed learning? What things do you want to learn more about? And that's really what we can use going forward. So it's also very important. It is in your course, so I'm not going to worry too much if you don't do it immediately today, but really please do complete this one for us as well. So again, I will put this one in the chat. evaluation. There we go, course evaluation. So as I said, guys, these are built in. It's actually requirements that you complete these. Otherwise, that green little circle ain't going to be there. And means you won't get 100% in terms of that. All right, so then I'm going to ask Lindiwe to come on board to do the closing for us. And while she's doing that, I'm going to go check out who are our lucky winners. So Lindiwe, I'm going to hand over to you, and then I'm going to send that. Okay, I'm just checking it. You're saying please resend the link. Which link is that for the competition? Okay, so no problem. I'm going to post it. Okay, cool. I see yes has come up. Okay, cool. You got to do it very fast because I'm going to be checking the winners in about a few seconds time. So Lindiwe, I'm going to give you a few seconds. I'm going to let then Lindiwe speak, do the closing, and before we finish, then we're going to say who the winners are. Okay.
Thank you, David. David, I think we need a blast session for this session. What do you think?
Okay, but first explain to students, what is a blast session?
A blast session is when a student call in or we unmute their mics so that they can ask questions of wherever what the training was all about, where they didn't understand, where they would like more clarity. I think that will assist in this session because, for one, I do have so many questions that I need to ask you and Banele and Richard.
Okay, fantastic. A blast session, yes. Okay, so blast sessions, normally we have it with our exams. So yes, so that's quite nice. But I think for this time round, we because of the time, Lindiwe, and we had so many activities and we were keeping the students so busy, I see that we actually, yeah, time was definitely going to be a problem. Okay, so I do see we do have some winners, Lindiwe. So now comes the fun part, because I've got an email address, but I think we forgot to put the people's names there. Okay, so it's going to take me a few seconds. Sorry, guys, it'll take me a few seconds. Let me go check against your record. Then I can basically see who exactly is the student. Yikes. Okay. So
let me do. Okay. Good day, colleagues. I'm sorry I entered without greeting you. As we come to the end of the mobile learning masterclass training today, I would like to thank each and every one of you who has been with us from day one. Your active participation, passion, and commitment have been a driving force behind the success of this training. Thank you for embracing the opportunity to learn, share, and grow together. Please help me say thank you to our facilitators by typing on the chat. David, Banele, Richard in absentia, you have led us through this journey with expertise, patience, and dedication. You have opened our eyes to a new perspective and equipped us with invaluable tools that will surely enhance our professional path. Your commitment to sharing knowledge is highly appreciated. I would like to extend my gratitude to our project leader, Dr. Chetty, who saw the need for this training. Finally, I'm excited to announce the prizes, the prize winners, and their names are you ready?
I'm nearly there. Sorry, it is taking, I have to actually go check on the student system to get their details based on their student number. So it's almost there, Lindiwe, almost there.
Can we start uploading? Give them a hand.
Okay, here we go. We've got them. And the winners are?
The winners are?
Are you doing a drum roll? There we go, guys. Well done to our 3 students. Call them out, Lindiwe.
B. Modise is our number 1. Ponzo Litswalo our number 2, Shalene Kumo Mangwane. Ooh, I'm hoping I didn't push your name. Congratulations.
So there we go, guys. Thank you. You are our winners. Well done. You did very well with the questionnaire. I see the students actually struggled. There were very few of you guys that got full marks. So guys, at least the 3 there did, but Sherpas, I actually thought we might at least have 4, but unfortunately these are our top 3 guys. But well done to you. I know that we gave it a fair share. We tried to make it open for everyone. So, but congratulations, guys. Whenever you see Adolf, it's always a good idea to join whatever workshops we're doing, because there's always something for you guys to walk away with. Hey, so we really, really appreciate it. So guys, thank you so much. It's been a really awesome time on my side. Thank you, Banele and Richard. I know Richard's not here. It's his birthday today, so hopefully he's having a lovely one. But also the whole team, all the team that were in the chat as well, or everyone from Adolf, and of course to you, the students. Thank you guys so much for making this a huge success. It really makes all the time and effort and the hours that we were spending putting this together for you to really wow you. And I think it was really, really worthwhile. So please just remember, go and do that course, complete it. Make sure you see those green circles that 100% you're done, because I said it will add value on your CVs. So guys, have a wonderful day further. All the best for your exams. Give it your best. We know you can do it. Before I go, Benelli, if you want to say anything to say, we really appreciate it as well from you.
Just thanking them for their time and all the best for the exams. We'll see you again in the next iteration.
Thanks, Banele, and thanks, Lindiwe, for your help as well. Guys, have a beautiful weekend. Go and study. And for some of us, we're going to work. Yes,
Lindiwe. Ndobuhle Nkosi raise her hand. I wonder if you want to query the competition.
Unfortunately not. Please, Lindiwe, please, or Lindo. How did you say the name?
Lindokuhle.
Linda Kloche. Oh, that's a nice name. Please post in the chat so we can respond to you. We haven't had the chance to open for anyone, so I think we need to be fair on that one. But please use the chat, post it there. We'll see how we can help you. But guys, have a lovely weekend and have, go and study, because Monday, I think it's going to be busy for you guys. I will share everything and we will post in announcements as well once I've updated the site now in the next few minutes. Thanks, guys. Enjoy and all the best.
Thank you. Bye.